All right, welcome back. Here's some more Nikon Z9 news. So already Nikon is saying that the Z9 is the most pre-ordered camera that they've ever had, surpassing the D850 and the D3. And so
It's all marketing.
it could be all marketing, but it could also not be. I'm not sure because I'm already hearing rumors that it might take 12 months for you to get your camera if you pre-order it now and if you're not an NPS member, Nikon Professional Services member. So, I mean, we'll see what actually happens, but B&H and Adorama are saying that the shipping date will start on December 15th, and that's when people will be getting their units first. And then there's also a rumor from Nikon Rumors that first said that Nikon is producing 35,000 Z9 cameras per month. And the rumor was that there was 400,000 existing Z9 pre-orders. Now already that kind of seems like a lot, a little bit maybe too good to be true, shall we say? And then right after that, it turns out that some of those numbers were wrong and there was an added zero for each of those perspectives. Yeah, so actually Nikon is producing 3,500, so 3,500 units per month, and there's 40,000 pre-orders to go. So already, if you kind of do the math, let's do the math right now, pulling out my handy dandy calculator. It should take you 11.4 months for you to get your unit. That's a long time. So it won't be until the next holidays. So maybe next Halloween, next Thanksgiving, or next Kwanzaa, Christmas, or Hanukkah before you get your Z9. Right off the bat, that's really good news for Nikon. Good news for Nikon users, but a little bit disappointing if you are a pre-orderer. What do you think?
Are you a pre-order? Is that why?
I'm not a pre-order, not yet.
All right. Because we got a couple comments in the last video saying that people have pre-ordered it.
Right.
Do they tell you what number you are?
As far as I know, you're just getting an order number and you're not getting what number you are in line. So we'll see what happens. But I am an NPS member. So if I do pre-order one, I might use my NPS membership to try and get it a little bit earlier. The way the NPS membership works is the benefit that you get if you order from like Adorama, B&H, or some of those other companies, you get put ahead of everybody else in a group of other NPS members, and so your unit will ship out along with those NPS members. So you kind of get put at the top of the list.
Like a fast pass, except now lightning pass because you have to pay extra for it.
Right.
Hashtag Genie Plus. Well, that's exciting, I guess.
That's exciting.
I got an email today from SmallRig saying, "Oh, look at our new Z9 cage." I was like, "That's great."
Yeah, well, how does the Z9 rig look with the new full body?
Well, the Z9, because it's the full body, it looked like, because I use the SmallRig for the Z6, one of their other ones. It's a unibody, so made out of one piece of metal with no joints in the corners at all. But the Z9, it looked like they have, each side is a separate piece, so each side gets screwed in, which means it's not very strong, and it could collapse on you. Which I don't know. That doesn't make much sense because the Z9 is heavier, bigger, and it's already going to be harder to handle. So to make a cage that is less stable, or to make a cage that's less strong, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But there's other companies too that make them, or will probably show up. Another one, 8Sin, makes the Z camera cages, so they'll probably come out with a model also. I also use the Kessler K plate to hold the rails, and then I had the follow focus on it too. There's two rails on it, but I just have one on because it makes it heavy. This is already pretty heavy, so to have the Z9 cage be more than one piece also holding this and the camera weight. I should not carry this over the camera. Yikes.
Or over the laptop.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. That just doesn't make much sense. Plus, the camera looks so much more robust than the cage does. And that's the point of the cage, is to protect the camera and be able to add all these other gadgets on the side of it. But
yeah,
I don't know. So we'll see.
It might just be smarter if you have a Z9. It might just be smarter to get a L bracket that goes from the bottom to the side. And then you should be able to have extra kind of areas where you can mount, another cold shoe or a handle or something like that.
But
because
I use the top handle, and I'm not putting the top handle on the
hot shoe
on top, because that's not very
sturdy
stable
or protective.
Yeah.
But you're already taking like the Z9, which is already a heavy camera compared to the Sony A1, and you're adding a bigger cage to it, which is going to add weight, and then you're going to add a follow focus, and then maybe a handle, and then also this Kessler.
Yeah, that's the point. Why? Because you have all these high-end pro video features in the Z9 body, but then we need cage support for it too, to be able to put all the accessories on it. Yeah. It's going to be a big camera.
It is. It doesn't really say run and gun vlogging style or...
No. If we did get one, I probably would save it for when we do narrative films and stuff, because it's going to be a lot to set up all that stuff, and it's going to be heavy. Mm-hmm.
Or we could also use, like when you're saying narrative stuff, we can also use it as more of a behind the scenes camera when we're explaining what we do for music, for our film scores and things like that.
That's true. It just depends, because we have the big tripods and sliders for that stuff too. But if you want to go handheld with the Z9, it's gonna be harder, and we're gonna have to wait and see. Yeah. Hopefully the companies that make like camera cages and stuff, hopefully they come out with some better designs for this bigger body, because right now they mostly only make mirrorless stuff. I mean, mostly make the small mirrorless, like the ultra grip.
Not a full body integrated vertical grip. Well, the good news is if you are a DJI kind of gimbal person and you do use those, usually I think the RS2, the new one, which with all the carbon fiber on it, that will support the Z9. And I think because that supports up to 10 pounds, and then the Z9 is somewhere between 2 and 3 pounds plus a lens. So you're under that weight, and it'll definitely support it. I don't know if you would be able to support it with a cage though. But it is good news that the Z9 body and lens will be supported by that gimbal.
Go handheld. Practice your steady cam, your rolling feet.
Yeah, or just use that IBIS, which is what I use most of the time when I'm kind of doing handheld video stuff behind the scenes at weddings and such. The IBIS comes in handy. Which I think the Nikons, they have really good IBIS. If you're not using a super wide lens, the IBIS is good. All right, that's it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment whether you think we should pre-order. I'm still on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order one or not yet, but I do know that every day that I wait,
you get further back.
Yeah. So I'll have to make a decision soon.
Life choices. Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks everybody for the comments on the last video. We really appreciate it. It's interesting to see. There's a ton of Nikon fans out there. See, we just don't, comment on Sony or Canon videos for obvious reasons.
I'm glad to see you guys.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks for joining our channel. So thank you so much.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys watching. So thanks.
Yeah, and if you're into music, go check out our film scoring page, Akiyama Music.
Yeah, that's where we do all our film scoring and our behind the scenes on what we're doing for each project. That.
One-stop shop. Chop, chop, chop. Okay, very good.
All right, bye.
Hashtag Genie Plus. Plus.
Hashtag Magic Key.
Magic Key? I think they stopped selling that now.
I don't know, something happened with the Dream Key, but we're not a Disney Channel.
That was terrible. That was the worst Mickey ears ever.